It's your girl, Whitney. Hey, I'm the Dubs of J Dubs. Come check out this channel.
Are you done?
I'm like the queen of vegan milk. I don't know, that's actually a horrible one.
That was terrible. Hi, my name's Whitney, and I'm a registered dietitian. As you can see, today we'll be talking about plant-based milks. As a registered dietitian that follows a pretty plant-based diet, I get a lot of questions from clients and all of you on social regarding how to choose different plant-based options. Plant milks and an IG story that I'd recently done got a lot more questions around how to choose the best plant-based milks, how they're made, which ones I choose and why I choose them. So the purpose of today is we'll talk a little bit about how plant-based milks are made, why people often choose them, other considerations when it comes to choosing your preferred plant-based milk, the ones that I absolutely love, as well as a bit of a taste test on some options that I haven't tried before. And I can admit that I'm very nervous to try some of these options. I've spent many years trying to try various types of plant-based milks to find the ones that I absolutely love, but sometimes the newer ones have interesting flavors, to say the least. So let's get started. What are plant-based milks? When most of us think of milk, we may be raised or exposed to milks that were produced by an animal source. We may think of cow's milk or goat's milk or other types of animal milks. But most recently, and for many, many years, if we think of different cultures, there are other types of beverages that have been developed using plant-based options. As you can see here, I have a variety of different types. I have soy milk, a bit of cashew milk, oat milk, there's a pea option, and it's an alternative to some of these animal-based milks that people may have enjoyed but are trying to opt for non-animal products for a variety of reasons. A question I get is, how the heck are these made? Essentially, what happens is these plant-based options are ground up or blended up with water. They are often strained, so there's no chunky bits, so you have that really smooth texture. And then different vitamins or minerals may be added to fortify them so that it's beefing up a little bit of the nutritional vitamins and minerals in these milks. But if we have animal milks and we've always grown up with them, why on earth should we be choosing some of these plant-based options? Everyone who does consume these has their own reason for it. There may be medical concerns, there may be cultural or personal beliefs, environmental or animal welfare aspects are also taken into account. From a medical standpoint, those who may have lactose intolerance, they may have a cow's milk or an animal milk allergy, or they may have other medical conditions that may be difficult for them to be able to digest some of these animal options. But if you have questions on which options to choose, make sure you connect with a registered dietitian or shoot me a DM. When it comes to me personally, I actually do choose plant-based milks. The big reasons that I personally choose them is because I have lactose intolerance, so I'm a bit of a gastro disaster if I'm having cow's milk in particular. And I'm also thinking about some of the environmental impacts and animal welfare aspects, but that is just me. There, again, is no right or wrong answer. You really should be choosing the options that are best for you. If we think historically of the reasons why we may be consuming milk, either plant-based or animal-based, it's often because milk is a fluid source. It typically has some protein in it, and it also has calcium. So those are things that I really take into account when my clients are asking me about the broad topic of milk itself. When it comes to specific considerations, there are really two that I try to keep in mind. From a nutrition perspective, I try to get my clients to choose ones that meet their specific needs. Are you trying to choose an option that's a bit higher calorie? Are you trying to choose one that's going to be a replacement to cow's milk where you're trying to get that extra protein? Those are really things you should be taking into account. Across the board, if my clients have one thing that they want to keep in mind when it comes to plant-based milks, it's making sure that it is fortified with vitamins or minerals, really a mix of both. Some options really aren't fortified with anything. And to be perfectly frank, I think it's just glorified, expensive water that you're drinking in those situations. Again, unless you just really like the taste of those different types of milks. But if you're choosing a plant-based milk for the nutritional component, make sure that it is fortified with those great vitamins and minerals. The second consideration is just the cost of them. I'm quite realistic with my clients when it comes to these sorts of plant-based options. It may not be within their price range or affordability or even accessibility. Some of these plant-based milks may not be accessible in their local grocery stores. To be honest, some of these 2-liter or 1-liter options can cost similar amounts to a 4-liter jug of cow's milk. And if they're able to tolerate some of these animal options and they really enjoy them, and this is not something that they can afford, those are all things that I take into account when helping my clients choose whichever milk or plant-based milk that they want to choose. One thing I want to reiterate is there's no right or wrong. If you're not having some of these plant-based options, that's a-okay. Choose an option that's best for you. So one of the most common questions I get related to plant-based milks is, Whitney, which one do you like to drink? I am not really brand loyal, but there are certain types of plant-based milks when it comes to the broader type of milk that I do choose. The one most common one is soy milk. The reason I often choose soy milk is it has a little bit more calories than some options like almond milk or rice milks. So it really helps with my satiety and my fullness, keeps me full for a longer period of time. It also has a better mouthfeel, just feels a little bit more creamy, and I really like the flavor of it. Plus, it has a decent amount of protein. So when it comes to plant-based milks, if we compare it to cow's milk, soy milk will be your go-to gal when it comes to something that's comparable when it comes to nutritional status. The other one that I often choose is oat milk. There are multiple types of oat milks on the market, but a reason I like this is sometimes it's nice to change things up a little bit. Oat milk does have a little bit more protein compared to almond milks or rice milks or other types of milks. Definitely less than soy milk, but kind of that in between. And I often use oat milk when it comes to desserts or when it comes to really a neutral flavor. Soy milk has a bit of its own flavor, while oat milk is just very bland and neutral, so it can be used in so many different ways. But the one product that I am very loyal to, which Earth's Own, come on, sponsor me. The number of clients that now purchase this product because of me, just pay me now, is this Earth's Own barista milk. If you're wanting something that is just so tasty, it has a flavor very similar to cow's milk if that's your thing. I usually use this in coffees or teas because it's super creamy and really could be used for any sort of purposes that you'd like. This barista one is going to be your go-to. I've gotten so many people to try it, which has been really unfortunate because many shelves in grocery stores are often not always stocked with this because it has become really popular over the years. The one thing you might have noticed is all of the plant-based milks I've chosen so far are also unsweetened. One thing that can be really confusing when it comes to these plant-based options is the original actually has sugar added to it as kind of a sweetener and to add some extra flavor to it. So if you're wanting to have an option that has less sugar in it, make sure you actually read to see if it says unsweetened. Also check to see if there's any added sugar in the ingredients list. It'll probably pop up in the first probably 5 ingredients on the ingredients list. Some of the things I try to look for in the nutrition facts table include taking a look at the serving size to make sure I have a sense of what the rest of the nutrition facts table will look like. You can take a quick peek at the nutrition facts table to get a rough sense of any additional sugars or the sugar added, but the ingredients list will give you a much better perspective on that. I also take a look to see how much protein there is. Often I choose a plant-based milk with the highest amount of protein. And then I take a look to see if it's calcium fortified. Take a look at the ingredients list to see what else might be added to this actual plant-based milk. In this case, the primary ingredient would be the organic soy base, and then you can see a bunch of vitamins and minerals added to it. So in this case, there aren't any added sugars or refined sugars added that wouldn't be naturally containing in this soy milk. And here's a great example of comparing two different types of plant-based milk that you would think are pretty similar. So both of these are oat milks. So let's take a little bit of a look at the nutrition facts table and the ingredients list for both of these products. Some of the similarities include the amount of calories, so the amount of energy that both of them are providing. But one of the big differences I notice is that this product has roughly about 2 grams of protein, while this one has about 4 grams of protein. So a bit of a difference when it comes to that 1 cup serving size. Because I absolutely love trying new products and feel like I haven't really explored the plant-based milk department a ton aside from choosing my typical go-to plant-based milks. I thought I'd try a few that I've been intrigued by, some that I kind of really just like the packaging, or some that I just hadn't really noticed and was really curious about. So here are the 3 that I chose. This one is a hemp-based plant-based milk, or Manitoba Harvest, and I'm really surprised I haven't actually tried a hemp-based milk before. This one is really promoting the fact that it has omega-3s in it, since it does have a hemp base. And the one thing I'm curious about is how the texture, the mouthfeel, and the flavor will be, if it's going to be pretty hemp forward or really neutral. This one is an oat milk. The reason I want to choose this one is because some of these oat milks that advertise that they don't have any gums or other stabilizers in it often aren't also calcium fortified. One thing that's been really popular amongst my clients is trying to choose options that are really minimal in ingredients. But when it comes to reducing the number of ingredients, that also results in the plant-based milk not being fortified in vitamins or minerals. But this one was. And then the last one that I think I'm the most nervous about is this one. This is by Sproud. This one I'm honestly just choosing because I really like the packaging. I feel the millennial in me was like, oh, it has really pretty packaging. Let's try it out. But the reason I'm feeling a little bit nervous is because I've yet to find a milk that has a pea protein base that I've actually enjoyed. I'm gonna go into this optimistically, but maybe I'll actually like it. So I'm gonna be calling over Jason to try these out with me so he can experience or suffer through this together, I guess. So Jason, you wanna come and help me?
Yeah, 1 second.
He's saying 1 second, it's gonna be at least 5 minutes.
I want to clap again too. Yeah. Make me go deaf.
Oh my gosh, such a complainer. Okay, what are we doing? So first up, we're gonna be trying the oat milk, only because this is the least nerve-wracking for me. We both don't drink oat milk. I drink oat milk.
You make it sound like I drink milk.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't drink it. It's all you.
So I'm gonna get him to use his muscles to shake it. Because you have to shake it well.
You can get like a workout. What's that called? The shake weight?
No, don't make a shake weight reference.
If you can't find a shake weight at your local retailer, buy the oat beverage from California Farms.
It's not California Farms.
Califia Farms.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bonk. It has a pretty similar color to regular oat milk. It looks a lot more creamy. You seem to have drank that really fast.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, but it literally tastes like if you took oats and you took water and you combine them together. But like the oats were flavored and like, I don't really know what they were flavored with.
So it has water, oats, sunflower oil, which a lot of them usually have, and then a few minerals in the form of calcium. It
just gives it like a nice roamy flavor. Is that what's what I'm saying?
What's roamy?
No, so what I'm trying to look for. Not earthy, but like I don't know, free.
I don't know.
It's free spirit. I don't know how to describe it.
Free spirit? It's a free spirit milk? I actually like it. I feel it has a little bit more flavor than some of the other unsweetened oat milks I've tried. I'm surprised it didn't have a different texture with it not having any sort of a gum. I thought it was going to be a little bit gritty and maybe not as smooth, but I actually found this smoother than some of the other oat milks that we've tried.
Like sounds like I'm now expected to go from like really good to like poor now based on what you just said.
We'll see. But I think approved in my eyes. Yep.
Yeah, no, for sure, 100%.
On to the next one. So next up is the Manitoba Harvest hemp milk. So this one is an unsweetened option, really promoting the omega-3 fatty acids. And if you look at the ingredients, first couple ingredients are just water, hemp seeds, and then some vitamins and minerals. You want to do the honors?
Sure.
That's good. Wow, it is white.
It's thick too.
Is it thick?
Or just hard to push out of this thing.
I don't know.
Bon appetit.
Bonk. Hold on, before you try it. Doesn't have any smell.
It has a smell for sure. What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't. Oh, we tried already.
No. That was me smelling it. Oh, did you try it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have a verdict already?
Mm-hmm.
You already ate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. That's not for me. How would you describe that?
Very watery.
I would describe it if you want to make water taste worse, just drink this instead, actually.
Oh, that's so mean. I can't put that in the video.
Don't put it in the video.
The best way to describe it is it's very thin. So I don't know where he got it's really thick from. It's...
Well, I poured it when I poured it.
Oh. I thought it would have some sort of a hemp taste, and it doesn't. But it reminds me closest to almond milk, or it just has no flavor. It doesn't taste like anything. I think this might be a great option for those who are wanting to use it in things that don't require any sort of flavor. So not necessarily a drinking plant-based milk, maybe for your baked goods or your smoothies, if you're wanting to get a little bit more calcium and omega-3s in there.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll purchase again, but I think there's a place for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then last up is this Sproud option. The reason why I want to try it is, like I mentioned before, I'm trying different pea-based ones. Haven't had the best of luck trying them, but this one is unsweetened. Looking at the ingredients, it uses protein from pea, and that's the second ingredient. So let's try it.
Okay.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Oh.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. To all the Beyoncés and Lucy Lou's. Get on the floor. You know what to do.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let me smell yours. Yeah, yours too. That was just my jar.
No, it has a strong. Well, this is pea, right? But it's not. It's not. It doesn't have a pea smell to it.
It smells like caramel.
Yeah, it does smell
Am I
like caramel.
tripping?
Yep.
And it's relatively thin, kind of like cow's milk.
Yep. The smell did not. I did not expect that. The taste from the smell.
No, me neither. What is that?
I don't know how to describe this. There's like an aftertaste, but it's not like, none of it's bad though.
No. So I've tried some other pea options and I found them a little bit thick or a bit grainy. This one is actually surprisingly smooth and not gritty at all. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that smell of caramel comes from, but it has a very neutral taste.
But like, what would you recommend putting this in or using it for?
I might actually test it in my teas to see how it works. One thing I often do is try to see what the mouthfeel and the look is of some of these milks in my tea. I think it's a good determinant of how creamy it is and how it kind of settles in warmer fluids as well. So I might try it in there, but I think this could easily even be a drinking milk if somebody's the type who likes drinking milk too. Actually, it was pretty good. Surprisingly better than I thought it would be. Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's bad. I definitely wouldn't reach for this as like my choice of milk just because we have the Califia.
He's got some
the one if you
now.
try spelling, it will autocorrect on your phone to California.
I think the price point might deter people. I'll have to verify the price again. But if you're wanting to try something different and you'd prefer having the pea protein, it's a good option. So I hope you learned a lot about different types of plant-based milks. I know this was an interesting experience for Jason and I as well, since we got to try a few new products, with this video being an excuse to do it. But do you have any questions about plant-based milks? What are your favorite options? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share with all of your friends and family. Thank you so much for sharing my previous videos. It's meant so much to me, and I'm so thankful for all of you who have already reached out. And if there's any other topics that you're interested in, please let me know below. Bye everyone. I need a better outro.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
No, I'm just gonna say that.
Oh.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. You know, hit that bell.
Hit like, hit subscribe. What else do YouTubers say?
No,
What is it? What are they smashing?
Smash that subscribe. Or clap.
No,
Slap.
they're smashing something.
I don't know.
Smash that bell? Like,
Yeah, smash that bell.
What's a bell? Like and subscribe and smash that bell. Like,
Yeah.
why do they have to smash it? What did the bell do?
I don't know. It's kind of like chuggy. You know, that's kind of chug.
No, I think those outros are chewed. These are millennials trying to be like Gen Zers.